Hey, how's it going everyone? It's JoypadJake here, and welcome to our very first retro game review. Today we're looking at X-Men Legends for the GameCube, PS2, and Xbox. Let's hop into the story for this game, shall we? Our story begins in the streets of New York, where the Brotherhood of Mutants attempt to kidnap a newfound mutant named Allison Cressmere to join their evil cause. Lucky for Miss Cressmere, Wolverine jumps in to save the day. Filled to the brim with panic, Allison creates a massive volcanic burst, sending both debris and mutants all across New York. Blob and Mystique find the girl unconscious and take her as their hostage. Moments later, the indestructible Wolverine recovers from the blast, ready for battle. After rescuing the young girl, the X-Men then must fight their hardest to put a stop to a greater threat which threatens the very existence of humans and mutants alike. Is the Master of Magnetism at it again, or is someone else pulling the puppet strings? Only you can find out the truth and save mankind. The gameplay of X-Men Legends set the stage for the subsequent Marvel action RPG games that would follow, those being the sequel to this game, X-Men Legends Rise of Apocalypse, as well as the Ultimate Alliance games. You start the game as Wolverine, recruit Cyclops halfway through the first mission, and beyond that, you will be in control of 4 X-Men of your choice. For the purpose of this segment, I'll be using the PS2 controller for discussing how the game works. So for those of you on GameCube and Xbox, just find the equivalent button on your controller. While playing the game, the X button is for basic attacks. The square button serves as both your grab button as well as the talk/interact button. The triangle button is for jumping, and double tapping this button will allow certain characters like Beast and Nightcrawler to perform a double jump, or characters like Rogue and Storm to fly. The circle button triggers your heavy attack, or smash attack as it's called in the game manual. While holding the R2 button, you can select any of your mutant powers that you've unlocked by pressing the corresponding button. If you perform one of these special moves at the same time as an AI-controlled ally, you'll receive a combo bonus. The L1 button uses a health pack, while the R1 button uses energy. There's really not much more to the controls than that. This game is simple to pick up and play, while still providing plenty of challenge even for long-time players like myself. If you ever find yourself in a jam or have a hard time honing your skills, you can always go to the Danger Room, which is accessible from both the main menu as well as the in-game extraction points. And there you can practice as much as you want, which is a great addition for new players, if I do say so myself. Let's move on to the design for this game. X-Men Legends has some truly extraordinary visuals that have aged very well considering that this game was a 2004 release. The game's cutscenes are very well animated and make you feel like you're inside a living comic book. Even the in-game cutscenes, such as the mission briefings, are very visually pleasing. The environments are very well designed with a high amount of detail that blends everything together nicely, with no two things competing with one another for your attention. My favorite environments to explore in this game were the snowy forest in the second level, as well as the X-Mansion, as it was filled to the brim with details that fans of both the comics and films will appreciate. The character models of the X-Men are also very well designed. While I'm not the biggest fan of the Ultimate X-Men designs, which this game takes inspiration from, the developers included several alternate costumes that you could choose from after beating the game once, and even more if you played through the flashback missions offered early in the game. In my opinion, this game is still very pleasing to the eye, even to this day. X-Men Legends has so many good aspects to it. As previously mentioned, the levels and environments are very well designed. There is a plethora of alternate costumes, which is a major plus for yours truly. The game has a very compelling story which conveys what the X-Men are to a T, and even though this game is a lot more focused on its world than its characters, I really liked how the characters were portrayed in this game, ranging from the X-Men to the Brotherhood, even some of the more minor characters like Moira McTaggart, Havoc, or Multiple Man. There's often a case in this game where the characters say more with less, and I think this is a lost art in video games. And I really love it when games focus on their world and their characters equally, so it doesn't feel like one is competing for the other. This game is simple to play, fun, and you can even go to the danger room for practice in case you're struggling against a certain boss or pack of enemies. And I absolutely love the flashback missions. It really brings me back to those classic X-Men comics that I read as a kid. I mean, come on, tearing through a bunch of Weapon X goons as the indestructible Wolverine, nothing beats it. As much as I love this game, I do have my issues with it. One of my biggest complaints gameplay-wise is the fact that there is no block ability. Now this is something that X-Men Legends 2 as well as the Ultimate Alliance games would proceed to fix, but it really sucks in this game whenever you have a non-healing character in the heat of battle and you're at low health. Your only chance to get out of there is to pray you can jump out of the action in time and find a healing item somewhere in one of the containers. And if you can't, you're screwed, and that sucks. Another gripe I have about this game is that although the music is very good, it's extremely repetitive, so those nice tunes that you hear at the start of the game, they quickly begin to lose a lot of their charm as you hear them over and over and over again with little variation in the stages. My last gripe about this game has to do with the fact that there is really no post-game at all. Your only option after you beat the game is to start the game over and play it again, unless you just want to spend hours messing around in the danger room, which granted there is some merit to, and I understand that people have enjoyment out of that. However, it doesn't knock down the score of this game too much, as I am still proud to present X-Men Legends an excellent 8 out of 10. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and look forward to our next retro review. What will that be? You'll have to stick around to find out. Until then, this has been JoypadJake. If you liked, please drop a thumbs up. If you have any thoughts, put them in the comments. And if you're new and want more, please subscribe. See you guys later.